Hey, Battleholics. We are back. It's another week. The season continues. We've been kind of going all over the place with the Roast Battle League Weekly podcast the last couple of weeks. I got back in August. I went to the Roast Me World and talked to Craig Smith. Last week, I talked to Roast Battle champion and Fred Castillo and the first ever Roast Battle opponent, Kenny Lion. We're a little off the rails. Now we're going to the South to kind of talk about some Southern fried culture when it comes to roasting. We're kind of doing a whole, we're just tasting a lot of cultures right now. Roast me to insanity with Kenny Lion. And now I'm going down to the South with my man Radu, who is the new, he runs the new RBL Houston, which is coming in next season for 2026. And Billy Wayne Davis, who, yes, looks like my PO, but no. He's just going to put a knee on my neck later.
Yeah,
What's up?
I don't have a college degree, so I can't be your parole.
A lot of those guys, do they have to have those?
I think so. I think you have to have a degree to be like
a PO.
It's funny to know the qualifications of a probation officer.
I
wanted to do it.
I know that mine did in Washington State.
Okay.
Because I think he was a college. We talked about he played college football for a little while.
Is that a state laws thing, maybe?
Black guy was my probation officer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, how did it feel?
Pretty good. He was more responsible than me in that point in my life. So I was like, I should have to check in with you.
It's not supposed to feel good, Billy.
He was a good dude. What are you supposed to do? Like, I was not in a good situation.
Yeah.
Correct.
And so I was like, well, this could be way worse.
Yeah, it usually is.
Yeah. Every now and then he would get curious about black comedians.
Oh, okay.
And ask me about that.
Oh, okay. You had comedian privilege. All right. Don't usually get that.
Well, and I dressed up and took it serious. I thought that would be like very simple things, but
I'm dressing up for probation, y'all.
Well, they don't. People don't treat it.
No, they don't.
They don't. That part. And this is, you know what? This is a podcast where we do need to tell people, hey, take your court appearances and your parole and probation, show it respect, and it'll be a lot easier on you.
Southern hospitality. You guys are gentlemen, Southern gentlemen.
You've already fucked up. So the fighting part is over. Now it's clearing stuff, and so you can fuck up again.
And don't forget, parole is better than probation. If you can take 30 or 60 days in jail, do that over any years of probation.
No.
That's just a free tip. I promise you, probation is made to get you to fuck up.
Yes, this is a probation league battle. I don't know what we're doing right now, but this is fun. That's Billy Wayne Davis. He's got a special on Hulu called Testify. When Hulu leaves, where does that special go?
It's on Disney Plus right now, too.
You're a Disney comic right now? Mm-hmm. Guys, we have a Disney comic on.
I didn't know that. I didn't know. Someone sent it to me. They were like, hey, I'm watching you on Disney Plus. I was like, all right. Wow. Probably.
All right.
Is it better?
I'll testify to that. Let's get into the countdown, guys. So this is how we do it. We watch some battles from these comedians from all around the world. We break them down. And these points go into the league standings here. We're about almost 2 months left in the league, 2.5 months left. Right now, LA is in the lead with 103.5 points. Right now, they're number 7 on the countdown. That's Evan Warner. That's Bilal Sharmmuk. Let's just get into it. We'll talk about their standings and their appearances on the podcast after this. Let's roast. Battle! Fun jokes. I love these two. Let's roast!
Fuck yeah! Give it up for Bilal Sharmmuk, guys, one more time. Sharmmuk, doesn't that sound like an orca in a suicide vest?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Everybody, my opponent's name here is Evan Warner. It's actually not his full name. His full name is Evan Warner before it's too late.
Fuck yeah. Cool thing about Bilal, he's actually in the new series of Star Wars. That's a true fact. Yeah. They wanted to be able to, without special effects, film a hut.
Hell yeah. I'm on television. Evan is really into classical rock, which is why one of his favorite bands is Simon and Gar Got Fucked by His Uncle.
That's not about me.
You also got fucked by your uncle. I was his uncle.
Fuck yeah.
I fucked him.
Guys, if you were to take an X-ray of Bilal right now, his skeleton would look like it's in the middle of an interpretive dance of a jellyfish.
Trying to picture that one. Evan used to be a Boy Scout. Yeah, now he mainly spends most of his time scouting for boys.
But yeah, you guys got to see Bilal's sex tape. It's called 127 Hours.
That's because I fucked for a long time, guys. Come on now. Come on now. Evan looks like he gets fashion advice from serial killer documentaries.
He does look like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah. Bilal's the kind of fat where he can't pick his own nose with his own finger.
Prove you wrong. Prove you wrong. I'm Palestinian, but Evan is Israeli gay.
Never fails.
Evan's actually bisexual, which means he lets both girls and guys fuck him in the ass.
Progressive.
Bilal looks a lot like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson if that rock was never chiseled.
Oh, get him, girl.
Evan looks like he grew his facial hair to get back at his bullies. I am a real man. I am.
Hey, if any of you ladies want to take Bilal home, you can see what it's like to fuck a waterbed.
I be fucking. Once again, I be fucking. Evan has a bunch of cool tattoos if you take off his shirt. Really cool stuff. One tattoo I wish he had is a series of numbers on his forearms.
Hey, Brian, you want to end him on that one?
And we will end. That is number 7. LA coming in this week. It's been a minute, LA. Welcome back to the countdown. This is an interesting countdown today because LA is number 7. We had a strong lead going into this, and we only got 1 point this week. Will we get more points in the countdown? We'll see. Now, Evan's 0-2 this season. That's his second appearance on the podcast. Bilal, 1-1, his first appearance on the podcast. What do we think about you Southern roasters, or guys who know how to write some roast jokes? What do you think about that battle?
Man, I've seen these guys a bunch. They are, I'm not going to say 2 of the greatest. They're 2 of my favorites. They're 2 guys that I always enjoy seeing. Actually,
big personalities.
One of my favorite roast jokes of all time was said about Bilal, where someone said he looks like he molested his football coach.
Oh, that's, yes.
And I think what you saw at the beginning of that battle it reminded me like of a soccer match. It was 2 guys kind of figuring each other out a little bit because they've battled hundreds of times almost. I mean, exaggerating, but so many jokes have already been said about them. You have to try to find a new angle. You have to try to find a new thing. Bilal kind of got stuck in the predator thing. You know, he was like, rapist, this thing, whatever.
It was very, It was
new ways to say same things that have been said before.
It felt entry-level roast battle, right? It was all like pedophile or you're gay jokes kind of a thing. I mean, cleverly
Evan was
masked.
Stretching for almost every single one of his, and some of them would connect, and some of them you're like, yeah, that's technically a joke, but it didn't make everyone laugh.
It was Reach City. I think that's why I wanted to discuss
my take on the whole thing was like that both of their replies to the other person saying stuff to them was like where I thought they got the best laughs.
Absolutely.
The rebuttals.
Because they are both really funny.
Yeah, but you could tell because of what you guys are saying. I didn't realize that they said they've been doing that back and forth because I was just like, oh, these are like younger dudes.
They are a little bit, but also like if they had never battled before and they were just the talent that they were, and that was like the first time these guys, we would have seen a completely different thing.
No, that's what I understand
what I
now.
mean?
But like watching it, I was like, everything they said in rebuttal was funnier than anything they said.
Yeah.
At all.
No, it's a very classic battle. You know, you see is a skinny dude, big dude, Laurel and Hardy type of battle. Bilal Sharmmuk versus his bait. You know,
but the expectations are pretty high. I've seen I think 6 or 7 battles where like 5 out of 5 jokes Evan destroys. And Bilal 4 out of 5 jokes. Usually, you know, like
none of them were like bad.
Exactly,
they were just kind of like flat
and just reaches. You know, I mean,
the Israeli gay was like pretty. Yeah, that was like
it was a reach that connected though. It was funny. It was like sometimes you just gotta. It proves that you do have to reach because every now and again you don't know what's gonna upend the crowd, and you know. probably
that is kind of like boxing, right? Like you're swinging just so you can't connect sometimes. So, I mean, even if you're going for,
even if they're laughing at you.
It's a show.
Exactly. A lot of fun,
still
man.
Fucking laughing, damn it.
Yeah, that was Bilal Sharmmuk against Bilal Sharmmuk versus Evan the Bitch Getter Warner. Yes, that is Evan the Bitch Getter Warner. That is his nickname here.
Are these Canadians?
Yeah, those and welcome back to the show, Toronto. It's been a minute since you guys have been here. These are two of my favorite guys from Toronto. I'm kidding. At least one of these guys are really good. I know Will Christensen. I'm a big fan of Will. Jerry, this is my first time seeing him. This is Jerry's first time on the podcast. This is my first time seeing Jerry. He's 1-2 on the countdown. My man, Will Christensen, 3-2, third appearance on the podcast. Welcome back, Toronto. Number 6, Will, Jerry. Let's do it.
I just want to start by saying that it's such an honor to be up here with Hulk Hogan's bloated corpse.
Topical.
Jerry, you have a face only a brother could love. Actually, Jerry's mom left when he was 1 year old. Okay, so he has a face that not even a mother could love. And she has a face that he can't remember.
Yeah, I am overweight, but you look like the genie you get if someone rubbed the arm of an AIDS patient. Like,
oh, wow.
And I think it's great we're here at Yuck Yucks because yuck was Will's first word because he saw his mom's vagina. And then his most painful memory, he told me, was when his parents divorced, which made sense because it was his fault. And after that, she had to shop at used clothing stores like Once Upon a Tall, Ugly Child, Value Village Idiot, and Giant Tiger, which isn't a used clothing store, but like him, it's a giant pussy.
It's the most Canadian joke.
So many Canadian.
That joke was a lot like Zeller's, you know, how it went on too long? Jerry used to be a Christian, but he had to stop going to church because the church wasn't very accepting of gays. You know, and Jerry here, he's very accepting of gays. Jerry is so accepting of gays. He'll accept them into his arm, into his mouth, into his asshole. The only gay he has a hard time accepting is the one inside his heart.
I know I went on too long that first joke, and you can have a little more time. I'll give you an extra 3 seconds if you want to list all your comedy credits.
Jerry.
Just kidding. He actually has a good TV credit. He was on that show, 19 Kids and Counting. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, let me check something.
Oh.
Sorry, no, that's his criminal record. 19 Kids and Counting.
Nicely done.
Jerry here, he used to be a corrections officer in a prison, a job that he has since given up, you know? So now he's back to beating up black people just for fun. I don't know if you could look more racist than Jerry. He's got the face of a plantation owner and the body of the plantation. He looks like his favorite Tyler Perry movie is Medea Goes Back to Where She Comes From.
Got the camera guy.
This one man seems outmatched.
A few years ago, Will was hit by one of those half tractor trailers. What do they call them? A semi. He was hit by a semi, right? Yeah. And having a terrible time with a semi is also what his girlfriend calls sex with him.
You got there.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't blame Will for, necessarily not being able to get hard when he sees a woman naked because you know the old saying, where there's a Will, he's probably gay.
All right.
This next joke's going to be pretty short, a lot like Jerry's tiny cock. When Jerry was 8 years old, he was molested by his 11-year-old cousin. And it's awful. That's not funny. You know?
Got me.
No child on this planet should be subjected to the horror, the torment, the trauma of touching this guy's dick.
That's true. Hey, man, at least I made somebody come. All right.
Jerry. Weird flex.
Will's last girlfriend had an abortion. She didn't know she was pregnant. It was just a precaution.
Where did that come from?
You read it in a fucking bathroom stall somewhere.
And I just,
Jerry's in shock.
Some inmate told him.
and I'm pro-abortion because as far as I'm concerned, abortions are just like Will's comedy, some poorly delivered material.
Let's go, Jer.
Jerry here, he describes himself as having big lab energy, big lab energy. And I agree with him, specifically the lab that COVID came from. A lot like the Wuhan Institute of Virology, he spends every single day getting Chinese guys to fill him up with diseases.
Well, far be it from me to make fun of people with autism. But as I was thinking about it earlier today, and I thought, I could get Will some medication that might help him. Here's some Spectrum.
It is soaking
That's
wet.
Spectrum. Yeah, soaking wet. Well,
He's got props.
he came on it. I don't know. But it's got some very important instructions, Will, that apply to you. The main one, stay away from children. There you go. All right.
It's a long walk.
That's it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that was number 6, all the way in Canada, Toronto to be exact. Welcome back to the countdown. Will Christensen, Jerry Hall, Jer Bear, and Will Christensen. What we think about that? I heard sorry. There was some Cloverfield shaky cam action at one point. I mean, that was a dominant performance on one side.
I thought it was super Canadian
Yes.
on both sides because when you go up there, you do imagine the skinny dude. Like, that's who you're like, okay, that's Canada. But there's also a lot of that other dude. And you can't really tell where they stand on anything. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Where they're like, are they like super right wing or are they left wing? And they don't really know. They just kind of like, fuck you. Just kind of, they're like, they don't. To me, it's very funny because they are polite because that is the culture and the culture demands politeness. But after 2 drinks, they are not. It is.
No, they're like UK soccer hooligans.
It is like after 5 p.m. in Canada, it's a different country.
Yeah.
After happy hour, yeah.
So funny, and I think that was like a wonderful illustration.
Speaking of which,
Yeah, because Jer Bear started to heat up a little bit. It was like he was like trying to find his stroke a little bit. It was a little base level, kind of like the last battle. There was a lot of masked pedophile jokes, some not so masked. He's gay, kind of. It's a lot of just, hey, we got 2 white guys on stage. How can I call you a pedophile or call you gay? Is that your thing with you guys? You two, I know you're more of a foreign white guy, but as a Southern, what gets your goat the most? Is it being called a pedophile? Is it being called gay?
I think pedophile's a new generation.
it's a new one, yeah.
Okay.
Because in my country, it wasn't even a crime 10 years ago. It's a brand new thing.
Well,
It was a sport, actually.
Yeah.
more than gay. I think being called a pussy in the South, male or female,
Which there was a time it was kind of interchangeable.
but they meant that. Though gay has always meant pussy than homosexual, because I think on some my theory on because rednecks aren't inherently homophobic because of morality. It's because they live their life in a hierarchy.
Yeah.
And they think that one day if a gay guy comes along and is more powerful and smarter, then they do get to fuck them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's their true fear.
Same
It's
thing.
truly homophobic. It's like a
That's-
fear of a bigger gay dude.
Same thing for Balkan people.
I was going to say for black guys and like their
Exactly the
wives.
same.
Yeah, like white guys' wives. Like, oh, he might. Yeah, if these guys get political power, they could fuck my wife or me.
Because
Yes.
I am so easy to treat,
Yes.
honestly.
No, 100%.
Wow.
Yes.
See that, Russ? This
so
isn't
much
just about the jokes, you guys.
People like a lot of academics try to make it, and there's some socioeconomic, but we're talking about poor people.
Yeah.
So it's and we're talking about like poor dumb poor people,
right.
which is like a different thing.
I think that's most of the
And
world, though.
Sure, and that dumb poor people they're not truly thinking, they're reacting.
Yeah.
So that's where that redneck, like, if one comes along that's bigger than me, that's how it works. Now I'm gay. I don't want to be gay.
Yeah.
I think the funniest thing that Jerry said in that, it didn't even get a laugh. It was where he started by describing a truck as a semi and then started calling it a semi. He just switched the pronunciation.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was for me, the earnestly funniest thing besides the clearly stolen joke, which you could tell was someone else's because right after he went back to his original cadence when he's writing jokes or whatever, and you're like, there it is, it's bad again. It was sobering me up. I showed up here a little drunk, you know.
Did you really?
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. I was like, oh, another Kenny Lion episode. Nice.
But if you do notice, once it was outed that he was a former corrections officer, his style of humor was more acceptable to the crowd.
Absolutely.
Everyone was like, "Oh, I see where this guy's like a dipshit." And
Yeah.
so there was
There
more
was an
laughing
expositional
at
quality.
him.
And
after
And
they
that's
got
a
to
great
know him.
note, future roast battlers out there. Like, if you can visualize to the audience who you're battling, that's why it's important to kind of like know who you're battling, right? That's why the friend thing usually works with everybody. At least you know somebody because you can go a little more surface level. You can get to like, yeah, this guy's a correction officer, fuck this guy, or this guy's a father, fuck this, whatever it is, fuck this guy, right?
Yeah.
But you want to paint that picture of why fuck this guy. And that was a great example of why, Will was just, fricasseeing this guy by calling him a pedophile in so many ways.
Yes.
And gay.
I think Will is clearly really good at roasting, but he had some of that like Dallas Cowboys quality where he started playing down to the level of his opponent.
Did you
Almost.
really? That's such a southern. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You bring
I was
the Dallas Cowboys into this fucking.
You got to bring in
conversation.
America's team. It was like, yeah, there was some jokes you could see where you're like, yeah, that was technically a good roast joke, but you knew looking at that in your set list, that's not going to get a laugh. And then the audience gave you the, like that, like,
Right.
You're funny, so we love you. But
Yeah.
you didn't get us.
You're just being harder on Will because he looks like you. He's just a Canadian
Not at
version of
all.
you.
I have no ill will towards anyone that looks
ill
vaguely
will.
Jewish.
Ill Will Christensen. That's what we're gonna call him.
Well, I think he got a lot of like groans and then laughs because of how he writes. Is like it's very vivid and boom, and then it's dark.
Yeah.
So he got like way harder reactions than the other dude too.
But his reactions, both of them actually were all over the place. His reactions were not necessarily consistent. Some of them were like incredible. Like, you're like, yeah, that's what that deserves. And then some of them were like, I think you had probably better jokes or something or whatever, you know?
But listen, maybe he doesn't respect Jerry or maybe he just wasn't prepared for it. But I think like he still had one or two, real good, concise jokes in there. Like the one about the correction officer is a great example
was a
of
good
that.
one. That was
It's
very
like,
good.
yeah, Jerry used to be a corrections officer. Now he just beats up black people for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's a real good, concise, economy of words is short, just kind of like the whole example, So, I forgot that's another category that he touched, like Jerry's a white guy who looks like he beats up black people. He's a racist. So racist, pedophile, and gay. That's kind of like the trifecta for you guys. You don't want any of those.
three.
Yeah, the big three. And if you want more information on what me and Billy were talking about with poor whites and why, go look up Bacon's Rebellion. It's kind of what started the whole thing
Yeah.
of why you guys hate us. All right, let's get to number 5 here. Austin, Texas. Wow, we're going to the South.
There it is.
I mean,
I
that's
see some
like,
familiar faces already.
I mean, South is like everyone will disagree, and you will start its own conversation if Texas is part of the South.
That's true. It is the
Because they love
the
to be
Great
like,
Republic.
Texas, it's its own thing. And as a Southern person, I do agree with them. It's its own fucking planet.
Yeah. Oh, you're from Houston. What do you think about that?
I mean, you go through Texas and you're like, it's definitely not the South. It's
Sure.
100% the South, but it's also so vast and so expansive. Like it doesn't meet your expectations in many ways. Like you'll go and find a giant Czech and Polish community and whatever. You're like, what is this, new or something? You're like, they've been here since the 1800s. They have a weird pact with the Mexicans. It's like,
wow.
It's a bizarre, like weird quilt, and also same demography as California, about the same amount of people, about the same percentage, mostly Hispanic, always been majority Hispanic, but they've just never had, it's always been white people dominating the politics.
I love that
there.
Radu started out disagreeing with my point, and then everything he said after has proved it fucking true.
What am I disagreeing?
You were like, no, it is the South, but also, and then exactly what I said, which is like they have all this other stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's Texas. It's its own fucking
I don't feel like
thing.
I was disagreeing. I feel like I was
He
just
is Texan,
amplifying more on whatever you were kind of saying, because it's both. It is the South, and it's kind of not.
Let's talk about the South. This is Brent Reed. This is his second appearance on the podcast. We love Brent here. And Jordan J, he's a virgin. This is his first time. Austin, talk about it.
Which one's the virgin?
The one with the big hair, Jordan J.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. Brent's really not that good at comedy, man, to be honest with you, bro. He's only good when he's roasting minorities, just like his grandpa did.
All right.
Okay.
Too subtle for Austin.
Thank you. Really excited to be here roasting my fucking loofah. Or as my dad calls it, loofer.
Let's go.
Hey, while you're up here, why don't you get my lower back?
Wait, is that a tramp stamp?
Be careful, you'll pull back a nub. Be careful.
Yeah, nah, Brent in his free time, when he's not doing comedy, he's a temporary lot lizard. Not to be mistaken with the insurance gecko. But with Brent, you can still say 50% of your dick because his ass is tighter than his sets.
Good one, no action, Bronson.
It's so funny.
Hey, Jordan, if you're here, who's on the cover of NBA Street 2?
Come on.
Damn.
You look like you play for the Harlem Gobstoppers. He's the Chewy Center.
Brent, fuck that. Hell yeah, bro. You good, boy, you white bitch. Fuck you. That's the only thing I can say. I want my 40 acres in a mule after this shit. Oh, man. Yeah, Brent from Alabama, man. Alabama's known for the hush puppies, but that's what Brent just says before he fucks his dog.
Hush puppy joke.
Lupa, please.
Nigga, that's good, nigga.
Hey, come on. If he can say it, I can say it.
Oh, shit.
Jordan's dad is black. That's true. He didn't leave, but he did steal all of Jordan's melanin.
Oh my goodness. That's good, brother. Yeah, Brent's a funny guy. His favorite TV show is SpongeBob, man. Brent looks like he likes to hold his pencil dick and say, me hoy, me hoy. Wait, hold on.
Man, this loofah crazy.
Pull my pencil, me hoy, me hoy.
Hey, Jordan, does your mom get pissed that you steal her shower cap all the fucking time? Jordan, a shower cap is when Jordan sits in the shower, he's like, nah, man, I get pussy. He's capping, but he's in the shower.
Yeah.
This nigga is good.
Yes.
What the fuck y'all signed me up for, man? God damn, bro. Brent the only type of guy that go to Hogwarts and ride the fucking broom and look back at it.
He's doing the SpongeBob thing with the Harry Potter, that's awesome.
Jordan is half black and he's half white, which means he loves saying the N-word, but also he really loves saying the N-word.
It's so funny.
Oh, man, when, Brent used to do DJ, man. He used to be a DJ at a male strip club. But he got fired for licking the stripper poles after hours.
They wouldn't fire you for that.
Number 5, Austin, Texas, Jordan
That was
J.
an ass whooping.
Yeah.
It was fun. He took it well because he had to.
It feels like the last two have been like that, right? Will Christensen kind of dominating his opponent. Bilal and Evan, it's kind of Bilal's thing. But this this felt like a slave trying, like it just felt like some,
I think the virgin thing is like, as a stand-up, it's an interesting angle, but as like a battler, it's a deep hole to come out of.
It's tough, man. That was his first battle. He's now 0-1, and he already makes the podcast. So congratulations, Jordan J. Drewski.
Yes, Jordan.
Yeah,
But
Drewski on Ozempic. Yeah,
it's like because the audience, there's like certain jokes that you need to be able to make that you don't have, that they know you're faking the point of reference. Does that make sense? Because there's a lot of sex jokes and a lot of stuff like that involved, and like that, it does you a disservice. Not as like taking like jokes against you, but like jokes you can do at people, because subconsciously the audience is just like this kid, and they all view him as a kid, no matter how old he is.
Sure,
motherfucker could be 68, and you're like, I've never had sex. Like, look at this kid right here. Like,
no, I don't think. Was he a sex virgin or?
Oh no. He's a virgin on the podcast. Yeah, he never battled before.
He's using a metaphor here.
Right. That kind of I think Jordan's had sex. He's a black guy.
Can you imagine being that cool and not fucking?
Right. Being that tall, yeah, and like have that much style, yeah. There's no way. Yeah, funny. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's what I got from that takeaway right there. He seemed like the guy I was going to think was funnier based on I'm like, usually these are the guys I laugh with more. And then he couldn't. It's
also, that was his first time, and he was doing like a textbook thing. It's like, all right, skinny white dude, I don't really know much about him. He's got to be either gay or a pedophile, right? Like we've seen this there's a theme going on. Like he was trying to call Brent gay in a lot of ways.
I think the mistake they make with that, because I have been thinking like, why do they do that every time? And it's because in real life, hanging out, it is a hard slam, and people just hanging out to be like, oh shit, he called him a pedophile. And so you think that's like the hardest thing you can hit somebody with at a party, but like in an actual comedy, like structured setting, people are just like, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
It's almost like talking to a room full of pedophiles.
Yeah. Yes.
They're like, all right, well, yeah.
Okay. He's like, oh, sometimes I fuck kids. And they're like, yep, that's why we're all here.
That's what that word means.
That's, No, I think there is something.
Well, I think even in Jordan's defense, even because his first joke was about racism, right? He's like, he was trying to call Brent a racist, and it wasn't a strong enough punch, so he was like, I'm going to get out of here. I'm just going to go straight for the just calling them gay jokes, right? I'll just listen to my strength. And the last joke, he finally kind of like worked up enough mustard to get to it, right? The Harry Potter looking back at it one. But by that point, it was like Brent was just whipping him like he was in that movie Glory.
Yeah, those were garbage time jokes. He was getting laughs off of what I think was a SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
Is that right? And then in the last joke, he combined a Harry Potter reference and a SpongeBob reference. It really made almost no sense whatsoever, but just in the moment.
Well, he was trying to call him gay a bunch, right? Like he watched.
That was the longest walk to you're gay I've ever seen in my life.
It was a lot of
Anyway, that was a dismantling.
Well, as you can see, for roasters out there, come with jokes.
Yes.
Don't come with like references and things. Like come with like boom, boom. Because even if you just got him in your holster, like he was holding Action Bronson in there for just whenever.
Exactly. No action, right.
And then he dropped it perfect.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like he popped him with like a right hook with that one. He's like, fuck. And then after that, it was just like
that callback was pretty devastating. The loofah, please. After Jordan's biggest pop, it was like he does a reference that just wipes that whole thing out.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was like, Jesus, Brent, it wasn't fair.
And he also he tried it one more time and it didn't do well.
Went back to the well.
And he was like, you could hear him muttering. He's like, I shouldn't have done that one. I was like, no, that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's you're fucking coaching yourself.
I actually I honestly thought he knew that it wasn't going to go a second time. And he's like, whatever, I'll stretch for it. And then that set up the next time that he did a rebuttal, whatever. I think next was no Action Bronson or something or whatever. And it just constantly made him seem like overly prepared. Like who's the white guy? Brent.
Yeah.
Brent, I bet.
What do you mean overly prepared?
I feel like Brent could have done his jokes in several different orders. Whereas Jared, you're like, Jordan had that thing where you're like, you have some jokes, and you also are going to rely on improvising in the moment and
being natural, right?
And you know the natural is going to come or whatever because it has to you in previous social engagements. But this is not that sport.
Correct.
You have to over prepare for this and then make it seem like it's coming out of the moment.
Well, also in real life, that's a big dude, and big dudes are like getting laughs a little more. They're like hot girls.
Because they're a little more intimidating.
Yes,
right.
So they get more laughs by just being like that. And then in this situation, it doesn't play because you're like, you can't fight him.
And I guess that's
the only rules.
Yeah.
That is kind of like the stand-up versus roast jokes or roast battle kind of a thing, right? It is kind of like bringing a knife to a gunfight. In roast battle, you kind of have to have a gun.
Yes.
And because in stand-up, you can have a knife because you can improvise.
Yes.
You know? So this, you can sort of improvise a little bit with your gun, but you really have to have a gun with bullets in it.
Yes. You have to be loaded and locked, and every now and then you can hit them with the fucking, you can pistol whip them, but you do, yes. Yes. You can't punch them either. You can't.
Right.
Yeah.
As a Southerner, I'm talking about guns now. Talk about it.
I think like you said, there's something about like Jordan is funny.
Yes.
And I think 8 battles from now, he's going to be a highlight reel battler. Ooh. He will have bullets.
Okay.
This thing is weird. The first time, like doing stand up the first time is weird. Doing roast battle your first time ever when you have really no idea how it's going to go, all the different things and the fucking emotions, like the action. It's harder than regular stuff.
Yeah.
I think once you get your feet wet, then it's really interesting.
So what is, I know Will Loden, and shout out You Look Like down in the South. They have a lot of little battles down there with JP Leonard and Will, and it's real popular in Houston. What is the different style, I guess, with You Look Like, and Will even says like it's the Southern style of roast, and we don't do roast battle. This is the Southern style, the Southern way to do it is the You Look Like thing.
They kept just finding different.
Billy saying no.
There's no like. I think they're trying to brand.
Yeah, I think that's a
something
good brand marketing thing.
and not to throw their business plan. But that's as a Southern person, if we want to do that, like that is an irritating thing that's Southern business. But it's any regional areas, it's like 3 rivers forward. So like they're just gonna.
It's the Georgia way.
Yeah, it's like. It's like Nashville hot chicken. You're like, no, it was Prince's hot chicken. It was this black-owned place that's still there that will fuck you up, but it's in the black part of town.
Yeah.
And it is sketchy and fun. But then it became Nashville's hot chicken, and you're like, you know what? Fuck you guys. But that's similar to what they're doing. We're like, you're like, or they're also, I'm not totally against it because it's like, I think stand-up and comedy in general should have more genres, sub-genres.
Yeah.
I think that would prevent a lot of like, this is bad. And you're like, no, it's just not
your
fucking
thing.
for you.
You're not in
Go
reggae.
away. Go the fuck away.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But like, I think that's what it's like saying this is trap music or like, this is like.
That's exactly what it is.
I like that.
Because their format is basically, it started just being like a diminished version of roast battle where you have to start with You Look Like. You have to say, and that allowed more people to get into the thing because most people don't know how to write a roast joke to save their life, even the real big roast fans. And then the format started being like, okay, we get one audience member on stage, everyone takes turn. Like it kind of started showcasing like the jokes that you could come with from home and write from weeks before, and then the jokes that you could write in a couple of minutes, and then the roast jokes that you could get off the top of your head. So it's like 3 different, I don't know.
It was more of a writing exercise than a style.
And that's created a phenomenon because it's like Memphis, Houston, and Lafayette that have these You Look Like shows or whatever that have been selling really, really well, that are driving a bunch of our internet
But if
traffic.
you want to get, I mean, it was called The Dozens.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly,
that's what I was trying to lead.
I would even say like roast me is probably more of the Southern style, right? Because it is just, you're just joning or jawing on somebody. Basically, you're just snapping on somebody. It's a classroom or a schoolyard of people, and it's everybody. It's one versus everybody, basically.
Yes.
If you want to get into it, what it is, what roasting, snaps, any of that is a working class way to communicate.
Sure.
It is you're in a shitty fucking job and a shitty thing, and then we're going to make fun of this and everybody around us to get through it. And rich people call it debating. It is. That's the goddamn difference. It's debating. They do debate. I did some of it, and I was like, I know what this is. And guess what? It ain't based on facts. It's based on charisma and presentation
and vibes
and vibes. And that's what this shit is too.
Yes, sir.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
This is why I love Billy Wayne Davis. He does a great thing that this is what black people do. We say it's a race war, and Billy, because he's a white guy and he understands the struggle a little bit. He always says it's a class war on our side, brother.
Well, I'm also letting black people know too, like, come to the class wars, and I'm letting poor white people know, like, hey, it ain't them other poor people that look different than you. It's just rich people. And guess what? Rich people don't care what you look like as long as you've got about $500,000 in equity. And then you're welcome. That's the truth.
This is also a finance podcast, but we'll get into that later.
Well, all right, I'm snapping on rich people.
Roasted.
On the outside looking in, that was our 7, 5, and 4 battles. You're outside looking in. London, they got number 10. You're looking at Denver at number 9. Manchester, number 8. Manchester's taking the rest of the season off. They're so far ahead. They don't have any battle schedule the rest of the year. We'll see if they maintain their number 1 spot.
UK?
Oh, yeah. Manchester.
I believe that.
Yeah, they're done.
They're the best right now?
Yeah,
I believe that.
Why do you believe that about Manchester?
Working class as fuck, dude.
See that?
And then in the UK, it's just open.
Well, they added something to the roast battle style, which is like they found a great way to throw in expositions. They'd be like, this so-and-so is whatever, Marge from whatever street. And they they're breaking down who the person is while they're insulting them or whatever, giving way more context to the audience. And within a year, that spread to every single roast battle. There's at least 1 or 2 battlers.
That's
that are like,
fantastic.
Yeah,
they do invent language.
Well, yeah, I know.
The whole English language is there.
They changed it too once poor people started talking like them too.
It's interesting you go to the working class thing because I was watching this thing called Fight World with Grillo, Frank Grillo, and he talks about that, about fighting as a culture. It was built by poor or working class people, right? You don't see about rich kids, going down to just go fight.
Get a concussion every afternoon.
Right. Like, you're not going to see a bunch of rich kids just going down just to go talk shit about each other.
Yeah.
Or you are. I mean, like, Pauly Shore as a prodigy of stand-up, right? Like, he grows up around, like, the greatest comics in the world at the greatest time for comedy in the world in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. And then he loves to be made fun of. It just is his thing. You know what I mean? So maybe...
But that's a complex.
Well, I can say that about rich kids. I mean, look at Bruce Wayne.
The Bruce Wayne.
He's not a real person.
Right.
I was like, where am I looking?
That was a comic book.
I was trying to.
He's a metaphor. But
I was trying to. I was really reaching on that one. That was a reach.
But I was like, everyone was like, well, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I guess there are no white guys that have actually come down and been rich and actually fought people.
Stalin.
They love to present like they're fighting people.
Who? Rich white guys?
Yes. Like royalty and all that. Like, they love to present, like, I joined the military and stuff.
Yeah,
they love that kind of like
Prince William.
Like, yes, and Harry and all that. They're just like, okay.
Is he still a prince, or he got like, or is he just Harry now?
Big H. What's up, H?
He lives in California now, right?
Yeah, because he gets excommunicated from the family. Yeah.
If I could live in Santa Barbara, I would too.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
It ruined my appreciation for LA because I lived there first. I was like, fuck.
Santa Barbara. Yeah.
Supposed to do this the other way around.
Yeah.
I usually make fun of rich people stuff, but like when you go to like Santa Barbara or Malibu, you're like, no, this seems worth the money.
It's weird. It's some of the only parts that sometimes seem worth the money because you're like everything else is a weird deal and you're like, this is expensive, but at least you're getting what you pay for.
We're gonna put this on Patreon. This part. Let's get to number 4. We're going to Scotland now. The top 4. These are probably the best battles in the world. They are the best battles in the world. Why are we doing this if they weren't? Number 4. We're going to Scotland. This could be another one of those. We'll say outmatched battles, right? Kyle Samuel, this is his 4th appearance on the podcast. He's 5-1. He's only lost once this season. Cat Powell, 1-1. First time on the podcast. Let's roast.
I like you guys are throwing them to the fire.
It's not right.
This is Cat. As you can see, Cat is a bit of a unit. And that unit is tons.
2 punchlines right there.
Hey, Cat, just because you're a cat doesn't mean you need to only eat lasagna.
Kyle, if you're here, who's standing outside corner shops offering to buy booze for teenagers? Like, Kyle looks like he came out the womb with an elf bar and a white can of Monster.
Accurate as well. Cat, this is Cat. Cat has that many chins that she can fold 2 towels at once.
He got her. That was
Clean, completely clean.
So good.
And like growing up, Kat couldn't get money from the tooth fairy, because it's illegal to trade ivory.
what a mean fat joke. That's so clever. God damn.
He's one of the best in the world.
He really is. You do? Yeah, that's all you can do. Tip the hat on that one.
Very good, Ollie. Yikes. Kyle has spent thousands of pounds on tattoos, right? He's got koi fish, he's got crows, he's got snakes. Proving it costs a lot to look basic as fuck. All those animals, you'd think he's starting a farm or something. Unfortunately, the only farm that Kyle's ever gonna have is self-harm.
Cat looks like the answer to the question, what if Biggie Smalls was the lead in White Chicks?
It did answer my question.
Kat looks like she's come here from an alternative reality where Mrs. Doubtfire was played by Andre the Giant.
Come on.
People make fun of Kyle for his hair, right? But good for you, man. Because I think it's really bold to bring back Danny DeVito's penguin look. Some folk could just tell him to shave it, right? And he has a metal head, right? So he could probably pull it off. But given that he already looks like the bloated corpse of a drowned child, I think...
It's got some bloat to it.
I think with a bald head, you really would start to look down with the sickness.
Guys, I can't really explain this, right? But Kat looks like the type of person who buys their lingerie for the Screwfix catalogue.
It's like a hardware store, I imagine.
This is Kat. Kat here. She's allergic to apples. Yeah. It makes sense. Like, she's very different from an apple. Like, for example, if she were to fall in Isaac Newton. Finally for this one, but if Cats the musical was about Cat Powell, it would go like this. Moo.
These are really good jokes, System of a Down syndrome.
A-class.
So Kyle believes that euthanasia should be legalised, and I agree because anyone would support assisted dying after spending 5 minutes with Kyle. On the topic of controversial opinions, though, at birth, Kyle actually received a life-saving blood transfusion, which makes me think maybe the Jehovah's Witnesses have it right.
Kat here. Kat loves Japanese food. Yeah. She has to get Japanese food delivered, though, because if she was ever to go into a Japanese restaurant, the staff would just think that Godzilla was back.
I was waiting for that or the whaling joke.
So I think Kat. I've said a lot of mean things about Kat, right? But I think Kat's a total babe. Yeah. And by that I mean she's a pig in the city.
Give it up for my very good friend, Vile Samuel. Kyle has such a distinctive 1930s hairstyle. You can just walk into his barber and ask for a Zeke Kyle. That's it. Thanks very much.
And that is number 4 from Scotland. That's Kyle Samuel, Cat Powell. Cat Powell, Kyle Samuel. You can tell why Kyle's had 5 appearances on the podcast here. Those are 2 different versions of Shane Gillis. What do you guys think about those 2?
Very funny.
Kyle's ceiling is huge, but Cat's floor is also really high.
Okay.
That's, I'm just saying. I'm just saying right.
Another
off the
fat
bat.
joke?
No, it's not. It's really not. I'm saying from a perspective of like that was her first battle ever.
Yeah.
If she was battling someone even let's say 2% less good than one of the best battlers ever, she might have won that straight out.
I mean, that was her first appearance on the podcast. She's battled 3 times.
Oh,
already.
okay.
I mean, but yeah, that was her first appearance on the podcast. She's good at this. Is why she's battling Kyle. That was at the Fringe. I'm assuming that's why Shalaka Corrupt was there judging. But Kyle's really good. I mean, that was a lot of ways to skin a cat. Pardon the pun, but I mean, he named a lot of animals. There was elephant, cow, and then what was the last one?
Pig.
Pig. I mean, like he hit the whole Zootopia.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
And then she got him with a farm thing too.
Yeah.
He does it's not a trick, but what he does a really good job of is, and this is how he won because she was fucking good, and she never got rattled, and she laughed when he got her, and that's how you have to handle that. But then anytime she came back with something, he would let it wait. He would let her get the laugh and let it die down and then go. And a huge mistake I think that a lot of the younger guys do is like they want to step on the other person's laugh, and people aren't listening to you either. Yeah. So that rebuttal's not going to happen. And he's so sniper like where it's like it's not a barrage, it's like okay, and then boom, boom, bam.
Every single joke except for Godzilla was completely unpredictable.
Oh yeah, Lizard. That was
I think he did that to get
on purpose.
Get when he did the babe joke. I was like, oh, he did the Godzilla on purpose because he knew people were like, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then the babe one hit, and you're like, you fuckhead. That was my first impression. As soon as he hit the babe joke, I was like, oh, he hit the Godzilla on purpose.
Yeah.
By the way, that is kind of a roast battle strategy. If you have 5 jokes and you're like, these are all pretty the same level, good or high, whatever, put your worst one 4th because then it makes your last joke that much better.
I like that
setup.
Yeah, I was going to say like in volleyball.
Yeah.
Well, or any like drama series. There's always one episode where you're like, this is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
And then the next episode,
sets the
like,
whole thing up.
Fucking crazy episode.
Yep.
And you're like, it doesn't work unless we almost didn't get through that last episode.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to number 3 now. All the
Hire
way
me
to
to
Cleveland.
staff your room.
It's Cat Powell and Kyle Samuel. Number 4 was Scotland. Scotland, love you guys. That's why you guys are number 1 wild card in the international division. But let's go to Cleveland. Cleveland has been on a surge recently these past few weeks, just climbing up the countdown, climbing up the standings with the points. This is Pope versus Chris Scariva. This is Chris's second appearance on the podcast. This is Pope's second also. Pope is 5-2 though. Pope's the champ out there. Let's watch Cleveland. Pope, Chris, let's roast.
I'm really excited to battle
Cleveland.
the big mean from Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah, like I don't know if y'all know, but like Chris, like he's known for being the freak in the sheets, cause he keeps getting caught jerking off in the aisle of that gas station.
Yeah, MTO, made to orgasm. All right, can't get enough. Talking about that, I am so fat and white, I'm afraid Pope might make me a single mom after this show.
Me too.
I have cake, as they say in his community.
Maybe, we'll see. Nah, thank you, diabetes type 1, 2, can't buckle my shoe. No, I know his his feet ashy because his fingers and his toes have never met.
They're lonely. Pope was raised by Caribbean parents in New York City. Now Pope lives in Cleveland, and those immigrant parents live in Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh my God. Hey, yo, free my folks.
We're gonna go bust them out after this. We're gonna raft them on top of me out. Type shit. Yeah. Type shit for real, for real.
Nah, but for real, I heard you not allowed back at your local library because they caught you trying to scratch and sniff a cookbook.
Yeah, dude. Tastes like emerald. Bam. Pope is built exactly like The Hobbit if The Lord of the Rings took place in Harlem.
Oh, we talking about bodies?
Yeah.
Nah. Because you built like both a kidney bean and kidney failure. What?
Oh, man.
If you guys want to catch me, I'll be downtown getting dialysis after this fucking show. Dude, that's so funny.
Oh, it's my time?
Is it? Oh, wait, no, it's my turn. The diabetes is hitting my brain. Pope in his bio said, quote unquote, his alcoholism didn't feel like an addiction. It's more of an excuse to cover up his homoerotic romance with his best friend Elliot Jarvis.
You got booed.
I tried to make him laugh, but he didn't even like it. Okay.
Nah, it didn't work.
That's okay. You can fuck me later.
Hey, I heard your favorite time of the day is crunch time. Because he loves Captain Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah, the 3 food groups. Pope described his fashion sense as the flyest comedian ever, while others would describe it as if Marvin the Martian took off his helmet. Because he's black, do you get it? I'm evil, don't vote for me. Okay?
That is how you do it. Number 3, all the way from Cleveland. That's Pope and Chris Scariva. Chris Scariva and Pope. That was a lot of fun. You could tell those guys are friends. That's really how you want to see a roast battle. 2 guys, everything's just rolling off you. It's just kind of rolling.
I want to see them on a morning show.
Right?
Like, they have like a great rapport.
Yeah.
Like going back and forth, it was like just kind of fun. Like, and the first thing he did, I love, which is like make fun of yourself and you're roasting the other guy. It's just one of the best moves. Every time I see it done well, I'm always just like, that is so good.
He almost seemed better at roasting himself than roasting the other guy.
Well, I think he's more comfortable with it.
Yeah.
He's like a genuinely nice, sweet person.
Yeah.
And you
could, Chris, yeah.
Yeah, you could see that. And then, but he was also quick to like tag the other dude's jokes, which I thought was like, this is like fun.
They was
should
so
have a show.
fun.
They should have a show. Like one of them have to read the news and shit. Like that was just like, like that was one of the few ones where you're just like, you didn't look down to be like, are they getting done?
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's why it's number 3. I mean, like, I don't even know if they are friends, but it looked like these guys just do this all the time, and they just kind of brought it on stage, and a camera was there.
Yeah,
you know?
like iHeart, like hire those 2 dudes. I guarantee you can lowball the shit out of both of them.
I've seen Pope before. I feel like I don't know if I've seen him do stand-up.
He is the Cam Patterson of roast battle.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah.
I've
only because he's black and has hair like that.
No, but it's also
personality.
it's just the way that he gets his laughs. It's the way in which he draws his laughs.
For real.
Chris, I feel like, was doing a bunch of different things. It was like, oh, here's sometimes it was like the rebounding effect thing or the dig outs or whatever, or always having something to say. Sometimes it was a very, very strange reference, which connected. Sometimes didn't connect a few times. Pope was kind of going the same sort of, this is a silly stuff that you look like, the silly stuff that nothing too personal or whatever. And it shows that sometimes you can just outlast somebody that's trying some shit. You know what I mean? Because you're like, all right, if every one of my laughs is going to be a 7 out of 10 or whatever, then I'm waiting for you to shoot yourself out of the game.
It's almost like Floyd Mayweather, right? It's almost like a real defensive tactic. Yes. We're just like, all right, I'm just going to do what works for me and just kind of block everything that, that you're going to try to reach for.
And the problem with the constantly having a something to say back, a clap back to the things or whatever, is that, yes, it's another opportunity to score. It's also another opportunity to not score. And the judges will hold that against you if you're like, okay, you took up a lot of time to not get laughs.
Well, that's kind of what
he didn't have that problem though.
That's kind of what he's saying with Kyle Samuel in the last battle, right? Where he just kind of sits in the pocket and waits for the laughs to kind of dissipate, and then he goes into his thing.
Yeah.
Like with that was just they were serving balling the whole time.
That's why I was like, their rapport is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like fun.
And also, if you get the battle chant, you probably know you won. So you got to not blow it at that point. If you get the battle chant on your second joke out of
we
5,
talking bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it didn't even matter what he said after that. You're just like, this is great. This is already awesome. But that was number 3, Pope and Chris Scariva. Thank you guys
Also,
so
I
much.
love seeing the judges on stage.
Scariva.
Shout out Shalaka. Shout out Jason Ellis, Heather Shaw, John Gardini. Who else was there? Adam Lucky. It's cool seeing the judges on stage. It adds production value to the show. It adds an element for the audience to be like, wow, it even made I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah. As a new team and franchise owner, man, like, what excites you the most about RBL Houston?
Exploiting people in Texas.
Well, that's good. As if they're not exploited enough.
Hey, I'm an owner now.
That's true. Thank you, Jerry Jones. Don't sign Micah Parsons. All right, number 2, Bay Area. You guys are always top 3 ever since Josh Means kind of took over this thing. It's very weird to me. Only kidding, Josh. But yeah, the Bay Area. This is George Brett Olsen against Marcel Wland. We'll talk about their appearances on the podcast after this. But let's just go to the Bay. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah. Marcel's dressed like he's going to save his marriage with salsa dancing. Marcel loves disc golf, loves it. His favorite thing is the backhand, which is also why his wife divorced him. Wreck-It Marriage Ralph, you know?
George, your shirt is literally on inside out right now, bro.
So there's sexuality.
George is a winemaker. You can tell because he's shaped like a barrel. And he has to breathe for at least 90 minutes after he pops his cork.
Yeah, Marcel, I don't know if you guys know this, but he was in the ICU when he was a baby because he drank too much of his mom's vaginal fluid.
Oh my God.
It's crazy that you were overeating before you were born.
George, when you sit down, you spread out like a puddle, dude.
You look like an extra on Blade 2.
That's funny.
George, he says he's a sex addict, but he trains street birds for a living. Dude is more interested in cloaca than clit.
Marcel, Mar like incel. All right, so Marcel's favorite movie is There Will Be Blood, which is also what he says when he stormed the Capitol.
Dude, you have the body of a burrito and the face of a pug. George has been losing weight, but it looks like he forgot to tell his chins. He's going full bullfrog mode up here, dude. Looks like the Gungan King in Star Wars.
Yeah, at least I don't hide my double chin with that Chewbacca on your face. The fuck? Alright, fucking. This motherfucker over here is sales. He owns a boat. Yeah, he's a captain. Hell yeah. Captain can't fill up his wife. Hey, look at me. I'm the captain now.
George, why is your face wearing a life jacket right now? George's dad was an oral sex enthusiast and he died of throat cancer. His last words to George were, "I have no more romantic feelings for you."
Wow.
Oh my God.
Number 2, Bay Area, George Brett Olsen.
They ran out of steam.
Marcel Wland.
They did, but they started so hot.
Yeah, it was really fun at the beginning.
Gas bag and running out of gas. That was interesting. I mean, I feel like because we've seen so many fat jokes at this point, we might be a little out of gas when it comes to fat jokes. But I'm going to give credit to the Bay Area on this one for getting in the top 2. They're only now down a half a point to LA. by getting all the way number 2. They were probably the best fat jokes of this episode. I will give them that. So
yes.
I'll say that. So I'll put you guys number 2 because of that. But
the life jacket line. That's a great line.
Great line. Yeah.
Very strange.
And there's been a lot of one-sided battles this episode. So, yeah, I mean, with the last one, they weren't the best jokes. Obviously, Scariva, might have stumbled at the end there versus Pope and Cleveland. So with this one, this was kind of like that battle. They were back and forth. You can see they were friends. They had some really good jokes about each other, but it was all fat jokes.
I think both of them had...
Well, the first one wasn't the win the wife back with salsa dancing. That was brilliant.
That was so
that
fun.
was
that was
brilliant.
like a brilliant joke because very specific. And then when you look at it, you're like, you do look like you're trying way too hard.
Yeah.
That I think it set the tone that they couldn't match.
Specific and bizarre is a great combo for roast jokes.
Yeah.
Correct. And San Francisco and Denver probably do that the best. I would say New York probably has the most sinister jokes because they're punches and bunches and they just go for the jugular all the time.
Fuck yeah, they do.
But Denver and Frisco, they always seem to just go for the silly a little bit. And
whimsy.
Yeah, there it
is. Yes, that is the wonderful thing about San Francisco comedy, is it's pointed and whimsical at the same time.
Sure, yeah.
As a whole, not every one of them.
Easier way to get your pointed message across if you're being whimsical.
Well, and you're allowed to be.
Yeah.
There's a little more whimsy in that city.
Those two guys, that seemed like what henchmen are up to when the boss is out of town, and you're like, all right, let's start fucking with each other.
Well, the dude, when he said he was a winemaker, I was like, oh, he does. And I would have got him with like, you seem like you are like a pretentious farmer.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
Where it's like you're a farmer who believes in himself a little too much.
A little much.
Yeah.
A little mulch.
Yeah.
That was when I was like, yeah, that is kind of his attitude. It's like, he's like salt of the earth, but also like better than you.
Yeah. Very San Francisco. Yeah, it's very Bay Area.
Also, fat jokes from other fat people is very funny.
I think that's where I was coming
you're
from.
a fat expert, of course.
Yeah, exactly. They were both. That's why the best fat jokes. They're like, oh, I know where to go for the best fat
A
jokes.
lot of tip of the hats too with each other. A lot of like there was a lot of like that was good.
You got me in my third chin.
We should go eat after this.
The overeating on the vaginal fluid, I was like, I've never heard that. That is one of the best fat jokes I've ever heard.
Because
like
you could have taken that. I thought he was going somewhere gross.
Right.
And then he went with like fat, and I was like, that is oddly weird.
It's very, but it was gross, but it was also like, that's great.
I wasn't mad at it.
Yeah, exactly. That part. Wasn't mad at this. I'm like, vaginal fluid is weird, but as a baby overeating on it is very funny.
He's like, you landed that. Yeah, you did. Yeah, totally.
It was a little too gross. I had the same thing. I was like, vaginal fluid got too gross for me. If he said placenta, like a baby getting too fat for me.
No, but I would have been like, I've heard that before. But
I think vaginal fluid was the perfect.
Thank you.
Yes,
yeah.
I do too, because it was like, it's oddly specific. Placenta is like you've heard that a bunch.
Right.
And like hippies just eat it sometimes.
But the kid eating its own placenta?
Is like, that's odd and saying... You couldn't do that, kid. But the vaginal fluid,
yeah, it's wild.
Very, very good word choices. I think
that's true.
It's important.
And after each one of them, because each one of them had like one thing that it just didn't connect. The joke was still good, but the audience just kind of was a little late on it. Afterwards, they came back with probably their strongest joke each time. So like they were able to make up for any lost ground. It was really interesting, except for obviously the loss of steam at the end. But whatever, you only have 5 jokes. You got.
Listen, like George Brett Olsen. That's a very full name. Then you got Marcel Wland. There's a very big dude jokes.
So funny to be so fat you have to have 3 names.
You know what I mean? Gotta carry that weight.
I do like when big dudes put big in front of their name.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Big J.
Yeah, where they do that and like, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But I always just assumed when there was an open mic in the beginning, there were 2 J's.
Yeah. And they were like, well, we can't say racist J and other J.
Right. Juicy J, Violent J, Big J, Big Irish J.
One of them's big and the other one's just J.
Yeah.
All right, we solved it.
That's Jerry, actually. But that's George Brett and Marcel's first time on the podcast. Marcel's 2-0. George 1-5. But he loves to come back for second. So let's go to number 1, man, which is New York. We're just talking about how sinister they get. These two are probably no strangers. I know Cresbow isn't. If you guys know Chris Cresbow, this is his 3rd appearance on the podcast, going against Brandon Lott, his 1st appearance on the podcast. This is number 1, New York. Let's get into it.
All right. No one tell him.
Oh, no way, he's gone.
How many fingers am I holding? Quiet, let him answer.
None.
That was good.
All right, man. Everybody, put your hands together. Well, not everybody. For Chris Cresbow, the crippled Cuban, all right? Now, he is Cuban, but I'm pretty sure you don't got to worry about ice. I'm sure you're legal because there's no fucking way you swam here, man.
Brandon uses Braille. He just wrote "I love you" on his girlfriend's face.
Accurate, man. Chris, you fucking sleep paralysis, tickle monster looking ass. A lot of people are scared the first time they see Chris, but I assure everyone here he is unarmed.
It's so silly.
Brandon hit a wall in his comedy career, and every time he walks.
That is accurate. Man, I was worried I'd be at a disadvantage because I can't do looks like jokes. But now that I'm standing next to you, I realize I can do smells like jokes. Hey, Chris, you smell like the type of dude who like leaves comments on porn videos. Like this scene was uninspired and hacky.
I thought you were blind. How are you reading comments?
Screen reader.
Oh my God.
Screen reader.
Brandon moved to Atlanta because he doesn't see color.
That's so funny.
Chris, you smell like you gotta change the rag on the end of your wiping stick.
Oh my God. Brandon used to shoot heroin, but now that he has an improved sense of smell, he snorts it.
Where there's a will, there's a way, dude. So, guys, Chris here actually wrote a novel called, Boy Meets Corpse?
Yeah.
Because he was tired of all those uninspired, hacky scenes, so he decided he'd take matters into his own. Well, he wrote one himself.
Damn. Number one in the world this week, Chris Cresbow, Brandon Lott, Blind Brandon versus whatever Chris is. Those guys are the best, man. I mean, Cresbow, you've been doing this for almost a decade at this point, and you are a monster at this. Not just looking, but actual writing and performing. And Brandon Lott, my first time seeing your first appearance on the podcast, you're 1-0 at this. I'm going to call him Glitch Hedberg because he's got this Mitch Hedberg about him, but he's blind, so that's the glitch.
I was about to call him Mitch Head Blind.
Oh, Blind Melon. Let's get into it.
They were so good. That would be the number one battle any week, I think.
Absolutely.
I'm ready to say that.
Well, there was a... what I love about it is like it's the perfect example of like even if the joke looks too simple and you deliver it well, it's like most sketches. If you read most sketches on paper, they look fucking the R word.
Yeah.
And then but when you put like a brilliant sketch actor in it, you're like, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, there were some very simple jokes in that one that were they just crushed because they were delivered perfect, and then they were back and forth. They didn't get in each other's way, too. I thought that was really fun, and I think that's important.
That's hilarious, by the way, when you're saying about a blind person and the cripple that is Chris Cresbow, they didn't get each other's way. How would they? They can't.
Well, dude, that was the first time I saw a blind guy do a visual act out.
That looking ass thing was very funny to me. That he
bringing
said that.
his phone up over here.
Oh,
or
it was
whatever.
great.
Every word choice was perfect.
Yeah.
In that
No
one.
fat for either of them.
They were just bam,
No
bam.
words wasted. I like what you said there because I've heard Gerard Carmichael, who's a stand-up comedian, he's brilliant, and then a rapper friend of mine, Freddie Gibbs, says that about it's not really what you're saying, it's just how you're saying it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Gerard used to have this joke about the bread sandwich joke. You ever been poor and just eat a bread sandwich? What a bread sandwich is, You just put 2 slices of bread together and you eat those motherfuckers.
Yes.
And that would just rip.
Yeah.
And like on paper, you're like, what is this joke? But like when he says it, you're like, that's one of the best jokes we've ever heard in our lives. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if you read it, you're like, fucking bread sandwich. What the fuck is this?
Well, to quote Billy Wayne, you can buy material, but you can't buy the delivery.
Woo!
You can't. It's true. You got to earn that.
Yeah. Number 1 for a reason, Chris Cresbow, Brandon Locke. Can't wait to see more of you guys. Brandon, I know you can't see us. Let's go into now the standings. Interesting stuff, Bay Area. You number 2 this week. Los Angeles number 7. You are now a half a point away from taking over the whole lead here in the league. LA 103.5. Bay Area a half point behind with 103. Austin, welcome back. 51.5 points. Denver 14.5. We'll see you guys soon. Get a new venue, Denver. We'll see you guys soon. New York still out there, 107.5. Obviously number 1 battle this week. So they now lead the whole league with almost 108 points. Chicago, 90.5. Didn't see you this week. Saw you last week. Hope to see you soon again. Cleveland, rising. You guys have been on the podcast the last 3 weeks. 43.5 points. Atlanta, you guys still need a venue also. You got 14 points. You won't probably be relegated to the WRBL this year, but we hope you guys get a venue and get back in the league very soon. Barcelona leading internationally with 59. You got Manchester 46.5, International East. They don't have another show until the end of the season. End of the season now 2.5 months out, November 1st. You got Scotland leading the wild card. You got Bay Area leading the wild card in the U.S. Relegated right now is Sydney. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You guys only do comedy like 2 months out of the year down there. What is that, by the way, Billy? You've been down there.
I've not been on show yet.
Really?
No, it's like you said. There's certain windows I think you had that for us to go for sure.
Yeah.
So and there are also windows when we can make money.
Exactly. But yeah, I hope to see something from Sydney soon. I know we have an Australian battler battling at the Tokyo Roast Fest happening next month, September 12th through the 14th. Go check out Tokyo if you're ever in Japan. Fellas, I
think that's the one you have to kind of check out Tokyo.
Yeah.
If you're in Japan. Yeah.
If you like roasting, you got to go to the Roast Fest.
No, but what he's saying, imagine if you went to Japan, you're like, we didn't see Tokyo.
You're like, that's hard. That's like compressive.
We only went to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We just wanted to see the demolition
just want to
sites.
see what we did.
Fellas, this was so much fun, man. We took it down south this time with my boys. Go check out Testify. It's on Disney Plus.
It is on Disney Plus.
Radu's got a show called Free Will, and it's really, really cool. It's basically just him and kind of just like supporting an alley-oop and a bunch of comics on stage. Talk about free willing.
Yeah. It's me and a whole lineup of comedians. Every time we do it, 6 comics, 7 comics, whatever. They do their whole act with me. We improvise based off the act. I do some of my jokes. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience every time we do it. It's weird.
2.5 months left, man. We love this thing. LA, New York, Barcelona, Manchester, Bay Area, fuck you. I'll see you guys soon, though. Josh Means, hit me up. Thanks, Channing. We're out of here.